Hello, beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to your reading. Let's dive into it and start by pulling some symbols. These are going to give us a general idea what's coming your way. This reading is going to be for the upcoming next 4 weeks. It's going to be about money, career, success, material stuff, what's coming your way. And is there any blockages to that? We're going to also check to see that one. We're going to start out by looking at the symbols. Then we're going to jump into your coffee cup. At the end, I'm going to pull some cards, which is going to reflect the past, present, and the future energies of each week. Let's see what's happening here. We have what's coming your way is happiness. Would love to see that one, and not unsuccessful plans. So even though some unsuccessful plans looks like the things that are not really going your way, it seems like it's going to be the reason why the happiness coming forward. Problems to be resolved. Love to see that. And new creative ideas, new ventures, and fresh starts with a sunrise. Hand in need of help, assistance, and guidance. Love that. So, yeah, some of your plans might not really be for your highest good without you realizing. Seems like first part of the month you're going to, like this next 4 weeks especially, you're going to find the solutions in a very from the unexpected pathways. They're going to come forth. Other things we have here, forest and muddled, unclear thinking. So basically this is telling me that you don't really see how the things are going to play out. So maybe it's time to stop contemplating. We have the clouds here showing up as temporary problems. Tankard, celebration, fun, enjoyment, and the leg is a stepping into a new experience. So it can be maybe a situation coming forward that you need to face head on. Even though it seems like a really frustrating issue at this time, I see even tears of joy within the 3rd week falling into your cup. So 3 weeks from now, you might receive that good news. If the problem presents itself, know that there is a situation that needs resolving because it doesn't belong in the new upgraded version of you, new upgraded life that you want. Okay, that's why these are coming up as problems so you can solve those, okay? Initially, I see some mountains appearing inside of your cup. 1, 2, 3. This can be 3 different stages of something, 3 different problems you need to resolve. Also, I see there's a wolf right here. Wolf can be symbolizing, there are 2 wolves, a family situation, a family issue, or this can be family members actually helping you out with this situation, okay? It can be soul families, bloodlines, and there are phone lines, and this is actually very thick lines right there. So these are the people, either you have already great communications with them or you will form amazing communications with these people. What happens there is you can see 3 shooting stars coming down when you connect with these. This can be not even the family members per se. It can be people who knows what they're doing. It can be a subject you're dealing with, maybe a new house or building a house. But if you're trying to resolve everything by yourself, it cannot maybe bring you the right information. Maybe there are some people you can call, you can get in touch that they will send you out form to fill out, a solution for you, something that will be really helpful in this situation. So go ahead and if the inspiration comes to you to call someone, maybe someone's name is popping up, you should just consider that, okay? That can be where the solution lies. And I see here there's a legal paper, there's a clean slate showing up within the 2nd week. This clean slate can be representative of a check in the mail or something, a clean paper, a clean bill of health, something that will pardon if there's something that you need to pay. And I see that there is actually a celebration coming right after. It's like a bride and a groom, like getting dancing very joyfully. That kind of sounds like a wedding when I say the bride and the groom, but I feel like here this is the dance of the black and white, masculine and the feminine. Your ideas, when you put into action, it's working. So you are really also maybe learning to follow that ideas coming to you. the action taking, and that's why you're celebrating. Oh, okay, that bright idea, I followed, now we have the solution immediately. Another thing I see right there is a man with a big head here, watching. This person has some gift bags in his hand. Two of the hands, they're carrying big gift bags. So someone might be bringing you some bounty, some bags of gifts, or it can be money, it can be support that you need at this time. The third week can be, the theme of the third week can be about like taking that gift, considering to take it if you don't want to take anything from anyone. And also, I see you consulting with two other people to maybe this is something that you need to first consult with others before take it. Another thing I see on the bottom is there's a man right there, like a bald man, looking at a small bunny. Bunny is a very positive symbol of wealth. When you see the bunny, it can represent a fast-growing opportunity. This is in your heart space, and like I said, I feel like for you this time, there's hand in need of assistance, guidance coming forth, and this person looks like kind of like an older gentleman. So you might have someone out there who is ready to give you the advice, the hand, the support, just the financial support, but you might not really expect who this person is gonna be. You cannot foresee who this person is. This person is someone who has goodwill, but you cannot really maybe put your finger on it and say, oh, this person will definitely help me. That's why this tells me that it's good to maybe start to talk about what's happening, because this can even be somebody who you don't know will show up. Okay, I see there's a pathway opening within the end of the second week. At the end of it, there's a chunk of money. This can be a way of finding resources which you're not really used to doing it this way. This is why it's leading you outside your comfort zone, but this is a big amount, so I don't feel like this is like that you're taking maybe it's not about a debt issue. You're not really taking on a debt. This can be something that you have as a talent, but you don't maybe use it as a money source. Okay, which it seems like here this time around, it is going to be something really helpful. Another thing I see here is within the third week, there's a violin that somebody, looks like a woman, lifting it up to your level. And I recently find out, I think violin is about communication as well, speaking your truth and expressing yourself, or maybe even your creative side. So it seems like here somebody's handing you over, maybe even the talent that you can use your talent to show this with this violin, or it can be like the microphone that you need to pick up to speak your mind, but you're not really looking at it. Again, it's something in front of you, but I feel like because of you're too stressed out to see that opportunity. That's why it's important to have this communication with these two people. There are two male figures appearing in front of you. These can be people who are there to help, or people who are teaching already that you're going to just walk into their class or walk into or turn on their video. It seems like they're also standing on the shoulders of the giants. So these people might have actually found a way to receive support. And when they're talking, you might also see and replicate what they have done into your situation. Okay. Within the fourth week time, I see it kind of reminds me of a dragon here flying, but it's been trapped by another big dragon here. Dragons both indicate passion, fire. So you might have within the fourth week have a trap situation. Someone with a bigger passion might be holding you back, or like dimming your light basically. And wrapping around you, this can be like a hierarchy. This person might be someone who has much more authority than you are. That's why maybe they are bigger than you. and their thing comes first. And I feel a little frustration and darker aura coming in, but there's a star right under you. So it can be a situation that you should let them do whatever they want to do, because it's your turn is coming in. And this can be also someone at the same time, you both have a solution to the same problem, and their solution might not be the one that's going to work. Okay, if you're feeling like I need to show myself first, I need to put my hand out first, might be a good option to let them show their hand, because it seems like the next thing is going to be like an authority standing here again, asking you to come forward, because it seems like maybe what they are offering is not going to work out. So in that case, what's beneficial is just to maybe negotiate right after that, before you showing your hand. I see there's a shark on the bottom, by the way. The shark kind of looks like a human face as well, a little bit. Shark is on the bottom. Shark most of the time symbolizes someone who has the opportunity, wealth. If you ever watch the Shark Tank, you see that business people, they are making an offer and they're brutal with the offers. They're giving like $10,000 and asking for 50% of the company. It's like ridiculous offers, and that's how the shark energy goes here too. So when you maybe express yourself, like I said, you're showing up as a dragon as well. You have a lot of power. There might be like a shark coming out of the water to offer you something. Be aware of the shark energy. And even if you cannot really see where the gimmick is, it's your gut feeling. Definitely, Scorpio, you're highly intuitive, will guide you. And if you don't see it at all, maybe it's good to just get advice from another authority here, okay? Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. I see there's a crescent moon already, the clean and clear everything. Your desire seems like it has a little time. However, after that time passes, it's actually going to flow really easily. I see a number 7 here, which is a lucky number. Number 7 also symbolizes knowledge. So a number 1 right there. Number 1 is actually a new beginning. In the first week, I feel like you are actually stepping into a timeline. This is going to be your new beginning. And it is going to be really clear. You're not going to have any problems in your way or obstacles until you get to maybe second week. I see a letter I. I can be in someone's name like Irene or Lynette. I don't know, Lynette with Y, I think, not sure. However, what's going to happen is that's going to lead you to redirect your path to somewhere else, which is going to feels like it is going to work out for the better, and it will really expand you outside your comfort zone, and it's going to lead you towards this number 7. Another thing I see here is the crescent moon. Crescent moon symbolizes authority again, and I feel like this can be an authority of an institution supporting you in your endeavors, okay? Now we're going to dive into the tarot. We're going to go week by week, okay? If you have like a specific subject in your mind, it's good to focus on that, because we're going to look into the past, present, and the future energies. Past can be a while ago. What happened is affecting what's going on in the first week, okay? Let's see first, second, and the third week. Let's pull our cards and see how it's going to play out for you. You might have signed up about maybe a house, okay? And you tied yourself with a contract right here to maybe a mortgage or money situation. Seems like you tied yourself down really tightly. Now you want to break free from it, but it seems like the house is built on a very intricate layout here. What do we see? Akaniy. So can mean someone's name. I think Kan is Japanese male name. So what happens here is, yeah, some decisions that you have made in the past might be tying you down at this time. Maybe that you're not getting outside of this situation that's actually limiting your capacity. Four of Pentacles is limited capacity and also being really tight when it comes to financials. And also, not only that, like there are certain things that you're very watching out for, being really maybe like saving a lot of, but then there are things that are taking away. For example, maybe you want to move to a new place, but your old place keep bringing up problems, so you need to spend the money on that stuff, even though you're saving money for that. Let's see. But it seems like here, this is the Ace of Cups is your heart's desire, and how to handle this situation is there are many positive opportunities showing up for you. Eight of Wands is like a lot of good stuff coming your way, and what you need to do is be patient, first of all, with the Seven of Pentacles. The things are going to work out better than ever. Queen of Swords is being logical, like doing what's right, and their fears also showing up here, and fighting the fears with what's in front of you and using the resources available to you. So instead of contemplating this is going to happen, this is going to just fail, it's not going to end up building, if you're building a home, instead of focusing on that, focus on the resources that you have in the present moment, what you can do, because it seems like in the future aspect of it, there's an Ace of Cups, your heart's desire, already on its way. You might have been through a hard time. However, it seems like it's not going to be forever that way. It's not going to continue. It's going to maybe even go away faster than you can fathom. Okay, let's see the second week's energy. We have Two of Wands. Start planning and start giving. Okay, Eight of Cups. This is actually a good one because it indicates that emotionally detaching from the outcome. The second week, you might be dealing with an issue of long-term planning, that you have been planning something so far. And it seems like in the present moment, you might receive, you can see that the Pentacles falling into her hand, Six of Pentacles, the resources that are necessary, that are needed, that, are they Six Pentacles here? Yes, exactly. So you might be receiving the resources in order to make this thing happen. So this can be even flying or going to a vacation, renovating the home, moving to a new place, whatever your plans are actually about. It seems like the resources are going to show up for that. The Eight of Cups in this sense is a good thing because it seems like this might be something you have emotionally attached yourself. You had a lot of expectations, but it seems like it's not really about the emotional part of the things. I feel like because the material is not there, that's why you're feeling frustrated. When you get the material resources about the situation, you're just going to move on to the next subject. You're not going to dwell on this came, and I feel like even maybe appreciation is not even going to last too long, because this is something that is physical necessity, not emotional necessity. But when it gets fulfilled, it is going to also, I feel like with the Ace of Cups, also emotional fulfillment is going to come with it really fast. You're going to detach from if you have any like a sadness overall about it, or fears about it, you're just going to walk away from that completely. When it comes to third week, we are starting with the Sun. However, we end up with the Devil card here. So it seems like you're gonna get your resources. You're gonna use them very carefully. This is gonna give you emotional freedom from the situation, and you will end up in a very optimistic and positive place. However, the resources, if you don't use them very carefully, you know what the Devil does? Devil actually touches, like, grabs everything can hold on to and holds really tight, and it doesn't really see the future. And it just focuses on the indulgence rather than focusing on what you can create in the future. When it comes to the Devil time, what you need to do is just focus on letting go of what happened in the past. So this is coming to me as, okay, you're going to be given a lot of options. Don't get confused. Make logical choices, because there's a new beginning coming forward. This is what I feel with this energy. Yes, you have the sun shining here, the optimism, good stuff, good positive outcomes coming forward. What you might do is you might feel like, okay, I need to put this money into somewhere that is not going to go to waste, or maybe I need to buy, what happened in that virus got spread, people actually jumped into the supermarkets and started buying like a whole bunch of toilet paper, like it's the end of the world. So it's the devil actually gives me that vibe when it comes to material stuff. Like you're going out there and trying to buy everything that you think is a necessity in bulk, but there's like in that during that time, yes, there was actually a scarcity, but this time around we don't have a scarcity. So devil has that mindset, and this is actually coming you as an advice that this is the end of that timeline. This is going to be the end. Maybe even if you have suffered so far from that kind of like a situation, the judgment tells me that it's time to forgive and let go, because this is going to be a new day for you, and you're going to be given many options, and your only problem will be being confused to which one to choose. Okay, so that's why as an advice, the Page of Swords comes forth and tells you that make the logical choice. Whatever it is, the most important to you, start with that and just keep moving on from there. Nine of Wands in the future is also tells me that you're going to be really tired because this is some challenge that you're overcoming, and it can be something you have been carrying as a burden on your back for a very long time. You will have the opportunity to actually rest because you have built the walls to protect yourself already. So maybe the attitude can be a little bit like resting your mind and giving yourself a rest. And also I want to look at this one too. This might be the time you will need a little bit discipline. Like I said, because the devil is going to come to distract you from your, desires. So discipline your mind and keep being on track and stay in the course and be resilient. Okay. So because that's going to be the way to go to avoid the devil. Let's get to the 4th week now. See what you need to know, what's coming your way during that time. Okay, 2 of Swords, the time to make a decision. It is going to come forth. It showed up here too, which actually Page of Swords, between Page of Swords and Page of Wands, this is telling me you need to choose, okay, Page of Cups. You need to choose whatever is logical, whatever that you're passionate about, whatever your most priority gives you the most joy, makes you happy, rather than you thinking logical, yes, but not logical in the sense of it's logical for me to invest all this thing and put it on the side, put it under the pillow and forget about it, which doesn't really have any joy in it. Okay, so some part of it you can actually, this can be money coming in. You separate it, yes, you can put it on the precious metals or whatever. It's an example. This is not a financial advice. And some part of it you can actually spend on things that you think that have future, or maybe you have a skill that you can invest in that skill. Okay, what happens there is if you do that, Page of Cups is your heart's desire being offered to you. You see you're meeting in the middle. So it seems like it can actually work out, okay? Because the personality of the Page of Wands is he's confident, he's blunt, he's actually stubborn, he gets things done, he goes after his desires with confidence, and that's why when he believes that it's going to happen, it usually happens and brings results. And it seems like when you embody that energy, you're going to start getting the results out of that situation as well. Okay, you're going to get positive results, positive offers, and the circumstances are going to really bend to your will. Okay, let's pull some more cards. This is also tarot, however they have also emotions, and I feel like everything that we have in this life is reflected as an emotion, or the emotion inside of it, us, reflected outside as a material thing. So let's see what are what's coming your way. We have number 14 here, Dreamweaver. This is the King of Cups. King of Cups is your masculine side, and you can see how gentle he is. He is dealing with all these beautiful animals, with gently and taking care of the animals and the baby and the kid. And all of them are actually feeling comfortable around him. This is your masculine side, so it's time to be gentle with yourself and whoever is around you. Those are the beings coming to you, so you can nurture them, or their abundance and bounty will be given to you so you can feed them as well. Okay, so this time, next 4 weeks, maybe even the time that you should not say no to those in need. This doesn't mean that those in need that they put themselves into that situation. This means that you can see all of these creatures are the ones that they cannot really create resources for themselves. For example, a child or a cat or a lamb. These are the creatures that usually they receive their bounty through us as human beings to adults, to them. It just comes to them. Okay, we have here a competition. This is Five of Wands. You might find yourself inside of like a conflict or competition. However, as you can see, there are two children are playing this massive mask. So this is also coming as an advice because you're showing up here a gentle giant, and be mindful of that as well, that you are maybe dealing with someone's inner child, and this can be someone, colleague at work, a person that you're asking for money but they're rejecting it. You're conflicting with their inner child. You're not really conflicting with an adult. And when you are patient and understanding towards this inner child and you are the adult, I feel like you're going to bypass this tightness, bypass this stubborn lashback from this person, and you're going to be able to navigate and you're going to be able to get what you're desiring. We have here number 7, a turning point. This is, I feel, a major arcana. However, yeah, it's a beautiful outcome here, a turning point. So you can see that she's inside of this dark woods, and she's now coming out of it. This is actually a quantum shift that brings clarity by revealing what just moments before was held up by uncertainty, confusion, and doubt. So this is also a good thing. I feel like when you start to see maybe that inner child, actually someone that cannot really help to be that way, when you approach it with compassion rather than competition, the things are going to start turning around for you as well. Maybe you don't really have clarity how this thing is going to play out, but when you approach gently, you're going to get yourself out of that dark space to this light, big, beautiful meadow. Okay, another one we have here, number 6 here, passion. This is 6 of Cups energy. I'm gonna cover it up a little bit because so 6 of Cups is your dreams coming true. It seems like that turning point is actually lead you towards this dreams coming true. That's why now it makes sense that you show up as a dream weaver here, that you are really weaving the webs of your dreams without even realizing. So being gentle with the creatures around you, the people around you, people who need you, will be also, like, I feel like this is going to lead you towards being actually handling somebody else's inner child very beautifully, which will lead you that turning point, that passion, your heart's desire is going to reveal itself, okay? That you're going to find the solution, or you're going to find the resources to make it happen. Let's see during this time, your spirit animals, what they want to tell us. We have Peak Spirit, use your mind wisely. Yes, of course. Porcupine Spirit, time for beginner mind. Okay, so be open to new things. That's the beginner's mind. Like, you have probably past experiences. That's why the Judgment card coming forth here. A Judgment card is also like erase the past and have the beginner's mind. This doesn't mean that step into things, like I said, there's a shark there. You might get caught by the shark. Step into things with always unknowingly, and like the Fool, which Fool shows up to, but a Fool has been around the block. So even if he's stepping into the unknown and trusting, when he sees a muddy puddle, he doesn't jump on it. Okay, so be aware. We have Mouse, tend to the small things. Exactly, the dream weaver is actually the one who tends to the small things, the small, we deem small, tiny, little. He tends to them, and you do tend to them. There is a turning point coming forth. We have Skunk Spirit, also know your worth. That's exactly so important, because then you can actually ask whatever you're demanding on the level your worth is. Okay, if you have 15 years of experience on a subject, you don't ask for beginner's mind. You can approach with a beginner's mind if there's somebody's trying to teach you something new. That's okay. But if you already have experience on something, you can't really go with that worth. Okay, let's see what we have here. I never seen this card before, even though I use this deck a lot. There's a castle on the hill. I feel like this is a good sign for you. The path isn't always a straight line. You come back to things that you thought you understood and see deeper truths. Okay, that's very important too. All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to leave some more videos right here for you to enjoy, and I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.